All right, Lake in the Clouds hut. That was an experience. Oh, Lord. Good morning. All right. I slept like crap. I probably slept about 4 hours. Doing the work for stay. Am I thankful that I got a free floor to sleep on out of the elements, out of the whipping wind, horrible conditions? All I had to do was clean some stove top grate things, and I was able to sleep on the floor and get a really good free meal out of the deal. But there was a lot there that, like, it just, there's a little boy who I'm pretty sure has noro, and he kept running back and forth to the bathroom. He and his dad slept on the bathroom floor. You know you're sick when you're sleeping on a bathroom floor in a basically a glorified privy. And I asked, does that little boy have noro? Because that's a big deal for thru hikers. And the hut master said, it's none of his business. Sure, it's not my business if a guest of theirs has norovirus. But it kind of is, because it's kind of a public safety. Because if that little boy has noro, by 3 p.m. today, all 92 people in that hut, I think it was 92 people in that hut, are going to have norovirus by the end of today, if that little boy does in fact have noro. And then people were coming in and out all night, which made me really uncomfortable. And then I did a work for stay, and I'm sleeping on the floor, and these two boys walk in at midnight, and they just go in and find a bunk and go to sleep. And I'm like, oh, is that the secret? Is that, here I am. I just did a work for stay and I'm sleeping on the floor. So I actually kind of feel bad in hindsight now. The two guys that were there, they stayed up all night and they were sleeping on the floor with me. So this morning at 5 a.m., I packed as loud as possible. I was banging stuff. I was slamming stuff. I was like throwing my gear around, my pack around. I made sure they felt a little bit of my passive aggressive wrath. So did I get a bed for free out of the elements? Yes. Was it a great experience? Absolutely not. It started off great. Father-son duo, they bought me a muffin and a soup, and it started off great. But as the night went on, like, that hut master, none of my business. Public safety, that is my business. That's a hike ender, and if that hut gets noro, think about the thousands of people that'll get noro because of that. And so yeah, was it free? Yes. Was it great? No. Now I'm going to try to work for stay at the Madison hut to give it a second chance to see if it's better. But where things stand now, I never, ever, ever would pay to stay in one of those huts. And let's put it this way. It was so bad. It's 6:22 and they were like, breakfast. And I said, nope, I'm hiking. So it's 6:22. I'm wandering off into the abyss of Mount Washington because I just could not stay there any longer. But anyway, that's all I think of to report on. We're going to climb Mount Washington, no view. I'm going to push to Madison. That's all I can think of to report on. Today's going to be a great day. It really is going to be a great day. Today is going to be a great day. That's the Lake of the Clouds. We'll take a quick walk over there. It's a shame you can't see the Lake of the Clouds, because I could tell just by looking at this that it would alter my brain chemistry. And like, look how clear that water is. They said it's great swimming, but It's so cold right now. I gotta get hiking. Great. It's all right. So right here, they're testing how much acidity is in the clouds. And they say it's less than usual. You can see a little bit of it. All right. Another thing, the two ladies who were lost, they found their way up to the ranger station, and it's like pitch dark, whipping winds, the fog, can't see anything. It was probably like 9 or 10 at night. And the Park Service said, "We can't help you," and sent them back out. And that blows my mind. Like, that was literally, not to be exaggerating, life or death. Hence why I stayed there. Because I don't want to die out here, you know. And the Park Service sent them out into the abyss. Said, "We can't help you. It's not our policy to let people sleep on the floor." Well, number one, it's taxpayer funded. So technically, you know, the Park Service belongs to the people. But also, that's crazy, because then they'd be complaining about how they have to go rescue stupid hikers. You know, that blows my mind, that these ladies were in danger and the Park Service sent them back out. So these ladies were on top of Mount Washington, lost, and the Park Service sent them back out into the wilderness. Think about how fucking crazy that is. You know, that is, what if they could have been looking for 2 bodies today, and then they would have said, "Oh, experienced hikers died on the mountain." You know, that's wild. What's crazy about this is I'm almost at 6,000 feet, and it could be 100 feet by the looks of it. And for being 7:30 in the morning, just about, surprisingly not cold or windy or anything. It's supposed to rain today, so I'm really trying to push the Madison hut. I might actually pay for a hut. I'm not sure yet. I don't want to relive last night's experience, but all the campsites are really far off the trail, and they're actually calling for thunderstorms. So, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I don't really want to walk like 2 miles off the trail for a campsite. So, I don't know. Whew, we're almost to the top of Mount Washington. Not as hard as you would think. Doing now. Yeah. We're not doing no bypass. Alright. 0.2 of a mile. Didn't come this far to take no bitch route. It's so quiet out here, my ears are ringing. Or it's that radio tower. close to the top. Some kind of massive tower. Could maybe weather. I don't know what it is. I know nothing about these mountains before I go up them. I purposely do that. I don't have cell phone service, so I don't know what it is. Wish I could see stuff. This is so surreal. This is like one of them huge trail milestones. It's crazy. 2 days ago, even up to about 1 o'clock yesterday, it was just clear blue skies. Birds were chirping. Now, whew, it's like an apocalyptic movie. I can't believe these guys turned those women away. I know I keep saying it. That is just so wrong. That is like mothers, and we were all inexperienced at one point. So if they're inexperienced, okay. But man, they're public servants. Human decency here. Like, how did they sleep at night? How did those rangers sleep last night, knowing that they sent 2 inexperienced hikers back out into the... that gives me anxiety. Fucking just crazy. Sorry I'm cursing. I just can't get over it. I just can't get over that. It makes you wonder, like, is that why there's so many rescues? Because there's no compassion anymore. Just a little too early. Wander with Sam, wandering in early. Is this a new leaf? No, don't get your hopes up. Wow. There we go. That's that. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy. Wow. This is one of those Appalachian Trail milestone moments. Like, there's a few of them. Like, made it to Damascus, made it to the halfway mark, made it to the Delaware Water Gap, made it to New Hampshire. New Hampshire. This is just one of those like milestone moments. Like, I have 75% of people have quit by now, and the 25% that are still out here didn't even go through a quarter of the crap truck driver and I went through. Wow. Amazing. We're almost there, folks. I already have the next adventure planned, but I'm not going to talk about it much yet. Wow. It's a shame that logistically my yo-yo is impossible, because I'll never make it back here before snow and everything. But to be here right now is just, it's huge. I don't know what's up here or where to go. It's like I said, I don't research any of this stuff. All I know is I probably should get off the mountain, because look how wet I am from the air. I'm collecting. I'm a water harvester right now. Look at that crazy door. Wow. 332.9, give or take, but yeah, wow. That's crazy. Okay. Time to get off this mountain. The doesn't open till 9, and I'm just getting cold hanging out, so I'm just gonna push on. It's all good. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna get a chance to moon the cog. So, no half-gallon challenge, no mooning the cog. So I never knew you went across it. I always thought you like walked up alongside it. I wasn't planning on riding it anyway, but yeah. Double wide and all that, we're like, you gotta moon it, you gotta moon it. Look at that. Like, look at that. Just, you know what's crazy about this fog is I'm pretty sure that's straight up a cliff. I could be wrong, but or maybe not a cliff, but a super steep incline. Oh, we got a little view. We got a little blue sky. Oh man, what's going on? Yeah. I was just able to see downtown, but I couldn't get the phone out quick enough. And as I was going down Mount Washington, I said, watch. Anyone that summits after me is gonna have beautiful clear blue skies. They're gonna be able to see clear to Canada, the ocean. They're gonna be able to see Europe for the first time in the history of Mount Washington. Yeah, there's gonna be someone doing trail magic, giving out $100 bills, you know, stacks of thousands, and that's what I get for impatience. A little view, and we're going up into the dark clouds, which are the scary clouds. It's amazing how fast the sun works. It's just wow. I wish I could say this view is what took my breath away. That's hilarious. Look at all the fog just blowing off of Mount Washington right now. This trail, I tell you, look at it! No freaking way! Man, if I wasn't so lazy, I would walk right back up. Look at that! No way! I was just socked in. I'm wet from the air. Everything on me is wet from the air. Even my eyelashes. And look at it just blow off. Unbelievable. This trail, so help me God. Unbelievable. You know, that was probably Klingman's Dome after I got off it too. Both times.
Last look. Alright, it socked back in, but that is unbelievable. It did get about 10 degrees warmer, though, going down that, I don't know, 1,000 feet. Crazy. It's supposed to rain today and thunderstorm. I hope that doesn't happen because I really don't want to work for stay at another hut, nor do I want to pay for the hut. Yeah, so. Wow. I'm so lucky. I'm so thankful for this. Y'all just saved my life. God saved my life. It's just, I'm so thankful for this. Just look at that. When this trip started, the arthritis from my gout was so bad, I couldn't imagine standing on the point of a rock like that. And now, it's amazing. Remember when I got gout in the beginning? And people were trying to tell me it wasn't gout, but I know gout. Wow. Sometimes I don't know if I'm fighting bots or not on these in my comments. Wow. Look at them clouds. I am above the clouds. Crazy. It's crazy to be above the clouds. I was hoping something would happen when those two clouds crashed, but I don't know. I don't know what I was hoping would happen. I know science. I know stuff don't work like that. Ah, look at that clear view at Mount Washington. Damn. Bolshevik. That was tough. Doesn't even look like there would be a trail there, but it is. It goes like, it goes in. Brutal. You know how crazy the weather is here? I got rained on for about 30 seconds. Nothing crazy. Not enough to even dig out the rain gear because I'm dry again already. But the other people didn't get a drop on them. And they were only about a quarter mile away, if that. Time for an afternoon snack. Oh, they're so good. The bushes that look like they're dying have the best blueberries. And I think it's because the bushes are just giving the blueberries all that it got. It's giving it everything she got. That was horrible, but yeah. She's giving it all she got, Captain. You know, he never even said that once in the show. Anyway, not that I know anything about that nerdy crap. It's just people that make it bad. The earth is good. God is good. Humans are inherently good. It's the few bad apples polluting humanity. You know, when they talk about bad men or they talk about bad women, that's a small, teeny, tiny fraction of the total representation of humanity. You know, you take one bad man or one bad woman, it doesn't make them all bad. Heaven is on earth. We're just, our brains are polluted. The road and the trail have taught me people are good. Yeah. This is hard. Hey. Wow. Oh. Every rock is facing a different direction. It's a real challenge. New Hampshire. More like Wroxall, Hampshire. New Hampshire. Whew. Wow. This really needs a Dollar General. Or a Wally World. I'll even take a Circle K right now. There she is. All right. It took me 7 hours to go 7 miles. The whites are hard. And that 7 miles, 7.1 to be exact, took almost everything out of me. I am going to try to go another 3 to the free campsite, though, I think. Because they don't do work for stay for another 3 hours. I'm not risking it. No, I'm not. I can't afford another night of no sleep. I think I'm going to wait out the rain and then push, as sleep deprivation is a real danger out here. I also don't safety meeting while I hike out here in the whites. It's need your head in the game. Every single footstep counts. The hut just disappeared. I haven't moved. So think back many, many moons ago, back to Wind Gap, when we met John and Vanessa, who bought me the Helinox chair. Oh man, John and Vanessa, they hooked a brother up. They brought me Wendy's. They gave me like a ton of freeze-dried food. John goes, I'm a little bit of a prepper. And he pulls out like $2,000 worth of freeze-dried meals. And he's like, go through it. See whatever you want. And they gave me snacks and they hooked me up. That chair has become one of my greatest and worst pieces of gear. Greatest because now I could sit anywhere I want, but the worst because I do sit anywhere I want. And I make no miles because of that chair. But they also reached out to me and they offered to pay for one hut stay. And I wasn't sure which hut I wanted to stay at or if I was gonna at all. So she just Venmo'd me $150. And I kept that because I'm not paying $150. Yeah, I'll pay $150 for a Hilton, but I'm not paying $150 for a rustic hut in the middle of the woods. You know, I could sleep. My 3-inch air mat is just as comfortable, you know, and quiet. So I was saving that $150 for one hut throughout the trail for like an emergency hut stay if it was going to be bad weather, thunderstorm, snow, freezing temperature, something like that. Well, today it was supposed to be thunderstorms and rain and everything, and it did sleet a little bit up on the mountain, but I saw the thunderstorms in the forecast and I thought, hey, this is a great day in the Madison hut. It is. And now look at it. Clear blue skies, birds are chirping. No thunder, no rain. I'm dry, and I'm thinking, wow, I just spent $148, but there's only 2 more huts. You know, there's this one, and then I think one more, or the Pinkman Visitor Center, which is $78 a night. So I could have done a 0 actually, you know, but I saved that money for the emergency hut stay, and yep, nothing. 3 miles. Up over Madison's, the Osgood tent sites, which are free. And I said, no, I don't want to be in a thunderstorm. And now the sky's blue, but that's all right. John and Vanessa, thank you very much. This is because of you guys. And, man, I love you. That chair, I love that chair. I sit just in the middle of the trail, you know, and I sit everywhere now in that chair. And now tonight I'm sleeping in a hut. I got dinner and breakfast tomorrow thanks to you guys, and thank you very much. I love you guys. You guys have helped me out in more ways than I can ever explain on this trip, and I'm so thankful that you guys watch. And yeah, amazing. My own family ain't paying for hut stays or buying me Helinox chairs, so thank you very much. Thank you. This is because of you, and I'm going to sleep good tonight because of you. I worked for stay last night and it sucked, so we ain't working for staying in these huts no more. I don't like it. You heard my rambling this morning, so thank you.
That's not right. Well, anyway, Anya, how was your trip to Madison Springs hut?
It was great.
Yeah?
No,
What did you get up?
opportunity tonight is actually Mike, who is our volunteer naturalist.
So we'll be talking about lichens. We'll start.
But they're more often, at least in our yard, eat our spruce tree.
Wow. All right, folks. Well, that is a wrap. Another day of hiking the AT. Another day of this wacky adventure. It was a 7.1 mile day today. It was a tough 7.1. It took me like 7 or 8 hours to go that 7.1. The whites aren't hard, but they're very technical. Like, you have to watch every single step. And then when it rained, it got real slippery, and then you really had to. When it's dry, I just hop the rocks. But yeah, today got a little extra technically. And tomorrow I'm gonna walk to Pinkman Notch. It's like 7 or so miles, I think. I don't know. And then I'm gonna figure out a plan for the Wildcats, because I'm not gonna take the detour or reroute. I'm gonna actually go through the Wildcats, and yeah. So that's the plan. But right now I got to make sure I have enough food and everything. I might have to resupply. Not exactly sure yet. We'll figure that out tomorrow. But it is cold out here, and I'm in the bunkhouse. It's time to call it a day. Nothing else I could think to report on. Today was a great day. I hope you had a great day. You're all great. God is great. Just God is always great. And please like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow, you sexy, sexy people. I love each and every one of you. And I'll see you next time. Have a great night. Bye.